You already spent the money, all the bread is already out the door. Now you're like, oh, you got all this product. It's like, shit, what do I do? And how do I move it now?
All right, what up, y'all? This is A1. This is the first episode of Lessons Learned with my man, Joey.
What's up, guys?
It's going to be a podcast where I interview other creatives, other entrepreneurs, just to see where they succeeded and mostly where they failed, so people like me and you can avoid it. So I'm going to let you introduce yourself, introduce the brand, and say what's up.
What's up, everybody? My name is Joseph Manzo. I'm the owner of Live Easy Apparel. It's a clothing brand. We're based out of New York City. Started a couple of years ago. Getting back on our feet now. And just mainly streetwear brand. Focused mainly towards urban culture. And yeah, it's Live Easy, baby.
Word. All right, so I'm gonna get straight into it. The first thing I want to ask is, how does someone start with a clothing brand? Like
it's
the
actually
very
not
beginning.
that hard. It's like a big myth with starting a clothing brand. Like, people think it's really hard and like you got to do a lot, but it's not. Like, if you know designs and graphic designs and stuff like that, or if you have people in house, really it's just creating a design and then putting it on, whether it's a t-shirt, hoodie, crew neck, whatever you want to put it on. Starting it is, you want to find the right manufacturers, you want to find the right gear, you want to make sure you're putting out good quality and not just some random bullshit that anybody could find anywhere. But you want to make it distinct and you want to build character with it. And I think starting off, really, it's mainly getting designs and finding the right manufacturer and, going to their company, going to their warehouse facility and seeing how they operate. And just talking to them and saying, listen, I want this design here or this design here. And then as you further progress, it really all depends on where you're at with your budget, because you could do it in-house where you buy your own equipment and do it yourself. But starting off, I feel like it's a little bit easier for people to outsource for that type of thing.
Yeah. So, because honestly, like I want to be a little selfish and ask questions because I'm just curious. But so, for instance, like this hoodie is very comfy. I bought hoodies from other people that start like clothing brands, or even like, you buy like a school shirt, you know what I mean? Like sports teams when we were in like high school or something. And like, they're never fucking comfy. I feel like they just go with like the first one they see on the internet or something.
Yeah.
So like, how did you get to like this one, for instance, and the color, because I
some people go with, I feel you. Some people go with like more cheaper stuff, like for schools or stuff like that. It depends on the kind of budget that you're working with, but it's been trial and error. I started with, I was selling clothes out of my trunk and the quality of the clothes wasn't the best. Like, it was just a regular $1 t-shirt or $2 t-shirt, a $4 hoodie. Like, but as you get and you grow and you evolve, you really get into it, and you feel the product. You feel you want to know whether it's cotton, polyester, rayon. Like, there's different materials that you got to work with and really see what best fits and what's more comfortable and what the people like, and whether it's going to wash. Is it going to shrink in the wash? Is the design going to fade in the wash, the color, you know what I mean? So you really got to find the good quality stuff. And it took me a long time because I didn't, when I first started, I was just, let me go buy a t-shirt and go put a design on it. It's not that simple. It is a little bit more that you want to start working with and getting deep into it. But other than that,
for instance, like they have the drop shipping shit.
Yeah, like, see that I don't like to drop ship because I like to hold my product. I like to see my product. I like to have it in hand. And especially because if I want to do a giveaway, this or that, like, I just like to hold my product. If I got to go to a festival, a pop-up shop, whatever the case is. But also drop shipping, they tend to find more cheaper quality stuff because it's more cost efficient.
That's what I was thinking of.
Way is. Yeah. That's the thing with drop shipping. That's why I do it on my own, because I buy wholesale. You know what I mean? I get the clothes blank. Get them shipped to me blank. And then I'll go to my designer or my manufacturers, because the dropship way, like you said, they will find the most least cost efficient way for them to ship it out the door. So also so that you can make profit on your product as well, but it doesn't come out to be the best quality at all times.
All right, so if people don't know what drop shipping is, can you just give like a brief explanation real quick?
Drop shipping is pretty much like you create a business, create a website, whatever it is. It's your product. Say you're selling water bottles, and you don't physically have that product on hand. It's another company, it's another distributor that you're outsourcing. So someone comes to your website, they order a case of water, that distributor will ship it from their facility directly to the customer. Although it's coming from my shop, it's going through my shop, but then it's getting transferred over to their facility.
So it's your logo,
they're just ship it out from there. I don't ever have, or whoever's doing the drop shipping, you don't ever have the physical products in your hand. And you're not doing the shipping. You don't have to worry about labels, boxes, packaging, anything like that. It's another company that does everything for you.
Yeah. Okay. See, because at first, like, I thought about doing it myself, but then I watched these videos and people are like, the quality is like, because I guess like they go to different manufacturers, so it's always different. And I'm like, I don't know if I could do that. Like, someone spends their money on my shirt and then it lasts them like a couple months, if even.
Yeah, like that's the thing too. Like, I never tried it that way, but I've bought from companies that do that, and it's just not the best product. It really isn't. Like, sometimes, it's very thin material. Something that when you put it in the wash, it'll start to shrink after one wash, two washes, and it's not the best gear that you really want your customers to be receiving,
Yeah, and plus
nothing bad against them, it depends on the company that you're working with, because some companies will have very good quality. It might be a little bit more expensive. Your overhead cost might be a little bit more, whatever the case is, but most of the basic companies are all pretty much relatively the same and go for lower quality to hopefully better boost your profits.
All right, so let's move on from that. So let's see. All right, what's one thing that you wish you knew before you started?
It's a good question. One thing I wish I knew before I started. I would say like cost of things. Like, I didn't think it was going to cost me as much as it did starting up. Like, when I first started, I started when I was young, so I wasn't like fully on and into the whole business thing. Like, I knew business and shit like that, but I didn't think it was going to cost as much as it did. Like, when I first, started putting in orders for getting wholesale gear and this and that, then making the website and, running everything through the government, the IRS and everything like that, I was like, wow, this is actually starts to add up, and you'll see your profits just start slowly going down. And I'm like, damn, all right, well, it's like, I just wish I knew I would have to not even pay for other things, but knew I would have to get into other things before pretty much do the research. You know what I mean? Do the research and make sure you get everything down, know what you're getting into before you get into it. Because there was a lot of things that I did not know I was getting into before getting into it, running into problems with manufacturers. Like I said before, quality of clothes and quantity of clothes, and just pretty much like that. It's running down the basics and trying to get up off the ground like that.
Well, yeah, that's a good point about taxes.
Yeah.
So like, let's say I start tomorrow. I don't even have any customers. Like, maybe like my friend might buy one or two. Do you think someone in that situation should even like set up the tax thing, or like, when do you think they should really? Obviously, it's important, but
I would say always keep track of every sale. Whatever you're doing, no matter what in business, keep track of every sale, everything that's coming in and everything that's going out. That's the main thing that you want to keep track of. So whether it's just a friend that's buying something or a relative, whatever the case is, keep track of it. And I mean, this isn't financial advice. I mean, you don't have to report all cash transactions, but you'd want to keep a good transaction list of everything, and you just want to make sure you report in everything that you have to report, because you don't want to go down the line a couple months, IRS comes knocking like, hey, you owe so and so amount of money for so and so sales that you never reported, but but they got the transaction somehow, and then you owe them some money. You know what I mean? So you don't want to go down that route.
True. Plus, now they're doing that thing with like $600.
Wait, I'm sorry. What'd you say?
Remember now, I guess like Biden or whatever put that thing in act where it's like if you make up to $600, you need to report it or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's fully into effect yet, and I think that's more so on like Venmo, PayPal, and stuff like that, like third-party services that you're working with. So, like, I just created a.
That's a good point though, because now it's all digital, so it's like they can actually track that shit.
Exactly, and I just created a PayPal account for my coffee company that I just came out with. So the things that I had to start for my clothing company through PayPal was completely different than what I had to do with my coffee company. Now that they have different restrictions and different laws in place, you have to report every single little bit of money that's coming in and out. It's all getting tracked through their system. And so over $600 are going to end up taxing you. And it's part of life though. It's part of the game. You know what I mean? Taxes suck, but at the end of the day, you want to make money. You want to be a boss. You want to be in business. You got to pay the price. And that's honestly, that's what it is. Yeah. Play by the rules.
All right, bro. Tell me what's a major failure that you ran into?
Major failure.
Yeah. Starting your clothing company that other people could avoid or at least learn from.
I would say one of my main failures was buying too much of a product. Like, don't keep your expectations so high. Like, be realistic about what you're doing. You know what I mean? Because there's like, for instance, for example, I had there was a design I really liked. I was like, oh, this one, people are gonna love it, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Like, just souping up in my own mind, just souping it up. And I got so many printed, like it was like 20 of each size that I got printed. And then all of a sudden I dropped it and I sold maybe like 3 total. And I had I had all of them just chilling in I got them. I still got a couple of them, you know what I mean? The hoodies and t-shirts. And it's like, sometimes pre-order is a good thing to do. If you have a design, do a pre-order, see how many sales you get generated in. Then you could go to your people and get that exact amount printed and maybe a couple extras in case extra orders come in. Because then you're sitting on product and then you're like, all right, how do I move it? How do I do this? How do I do that? And you have to innovate. And, you have to, it sucks because you're like, you really think that product's going to move and that product's going to go to the next level or whatever. And then it doesn't. And you're like, damn. Now you're like, you already spent the money. All the bread is already out the door. Now you're like, oh, you got all this product. It's like, shit, what do I do? And how do I move it now? And, it's got to recycle it, dude. Find a new way to push it, new marketing plan, new advertisement, and try to, get it back out the door, refurbish it.
So I got a question along those lines. Because I know you like to give things when someone purchases like a sticker, magnet, bottle opener, stuff like that. Do you ever do that
like
with
promotional?
Do you ever do that with clothes? Yeah. Like, do you ever use those type of items for like promotion or something?
Yeah, definitely do. I have also another thing is like mystery boxes. The thing is, it's like you don't know what the market is gonna like until the masses see it. When I dropped that shirt, only 5 people could have seen it. That's why I got 3 sales. And maybe I didn't market it the right way. It didn't get in front of enough people's eyes to see it. You know what I'm saying? So maybe I'll take that product, pull it off the shelves for a little while, and then re-put it out, but with a new marketing plan and a new strategy, and hope that it gets in front of more eyes so more people will see it. Or I have another product like a mystery box. Somebody orders, say, a medium mystery box. You get, it's like an average set price, $50 for a mystery box. You'll get like 3 t-shirts, a hoodie, pair of joggers, whatever. and it's all random. So it's like, I'll pick it and it's like, that would be one of the products that I'd throw in there. And then the people will still like it. You know what I mean? They'll post it and they'll like it. It's just, they never seen it. It didn't sell the previously because they haven't seen it yet. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But there's other ways to get them off. Even if you go to festivals, hang it up, put it in front of people's eyes and stuff and let them see it. And then you'll start selling some. That's what I did with that one product. I did a pop-up at a festival and, just I hung it up. That was the first one that I hung up and just let it sit there. Sold like 5 or 6 of them right after, you know what I mean? So it's like, you got to get it in front of people's eyes. No one's going to know what you're working with until they actually see it or hear it.
True. Yeah. And you don't know, the next customer might really fuck with it.
Exactly. 100%.
All right. Well, along those same lines, I want to talk about marketing.
Yeah.
So what is, like, what's a good, I don't want to say hack, but what's a good like marketing technique that you have learned or something that you've been doing?
It's kind of tough because
I mean, you don't got to give us all your secrets. But...
No. It's like, no, it's not even that. It's like, you just don't necessarily know what the market is going to like. Dude, I stay up, long nights, early mornings, and just try to like read up on trends, read up on what people like clothing wise, streetwear wise, urban, and just see what's going on in the culture and see how you got to transition and move quickly because the time keeps going, you know what I mean? And it's not waiting for you to catch up to it. So it's marketing wise is like, you got to see what's going on in the world, and then you got to put your product out there and try to get it in front of people's eyes. So I would say Facebook marketing, Google marketing, Amazon marketing, those are all good avenues to work with, because especially if you have a website where you can like optimize your website to work with these other websites. So anything that's going down on your web page, it's also occurring in real time through the other third-party websites as well. And advertising, knowing who you're selling to,
Sure.
marketing wise, find where the people, like where your majority of people are buying, put an ad out in that vicinity, that, you know what I mean, whether it's a 20-mile radius of New York or LA or a little city in Wyoming, like wherever your customers are. So, put out ads and put out marketing plans to, try to reel them back in. Have
you used Google Ads?
Yeah, here and there. I like it and I don't like it. It's hard to explain, but it depends. You really have to be like, your keywords when you're doing these advertisements and stuff, they you got to put in keywords, descriptions of your products and all this stuff, but so many other companies are using those same keywords and those not the same descriptions, but it's all the same, relatively the same words and stuff. And there's so many different companies out there. So when you're Googling stuff, your product may not pop right up, but if you may have to pay a little bit more for your product to be the first one up there instead. And it does become cost efficient, because if you do it with, say, a product or something that doesn't necessarily sell or whatever the case is, and you don't make the return on investment, then you're like, fuck, what do I do? And you got to re-strategize, remarket it, replan it. But it is good. It just depends on what market you're trying to really tone in on.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, is that I've wasted a lot of money putting extra keywords in my Google ads that, like, bro, I'm telling you,
they'll end up charging you for everything.
Because I did it for beats, like to like push my beats. And I did like, first I'm doing like hip hop beats. I did party, bro. And then how you could look into like the which words hit the most.
Yeah.
Bro, people were searching like lemon party. You remember that?
Yeah, like,
bro, people were searching lemon party and going to my website for my beats. I'm like, oh my God. First off, I do it's still a thing, but
yeah. But that's the thing, like, people don't
anyone
know
out there, don't Google lemon party.
But that's true, because you don't know what people are Googling, bro. They'll Google the most randomest shit, and then it's just the way Google's algorithm works, you know, and random things will pop up.
Yeah.
Like I could type in Live Easy Apparel on Google and some of my shit will pop up, but then it's like random. You'll get the randomest stuff that still pops up. I remember I did a Google ad and I typed in most of the keywords and the Google ad didn't even pop up. And I'm like, well, what am I paying the money for? Like, where's it?
Exactly.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Like,
Where is it even in the fucking Google search?
exactly. You just want to make sure your investments towards the marketing and advertisements correlates with the income that you're receiving and the income and outcome that you're receiving from those ads, you know?
Yeah. All right. What about I mean, I guess we kind of talked on like things you did well, things you did bad. Is there anything else you want to touch on that you see other people not doing, or something that you did that like you noticed like didn't actually convert?
Um, I don't know, you know, I don't really watch other people. It's hard for me because I'm always working. I'm always trying to just take care of my own shit. And
I know that's a good point. It's like I'm not trying to remember how they fucked up.
yeah. It's you live and learn. You definitely like if I hear about a failure from another company or whatever the case is, you definitely want to hear about it and you want to learn about it and what happened and see what the case is. Because like for example, there was a time I had a really big order and something happened with one of my manufacturers and I couldn't get like that manufacturer could not finish that order. And so I had to go to another manufacturer and work with them to try to finish that order and get the whole thing out, shipped out the door, make sure these people got it by the time they need it by, you know? And it's like just really staying on top of your shit, like living and learning. You're going to go through trial and error and tribulations and things that you're not going to be ready for, or something's going to just randomly, unexpectedly pop up and you're going to have to innovate, you know what I mean? And you're going to have to always see that next step and push your business to that next step. You know, you're going to fail. Things aren't going to work. I've been through so many different marketing plans and schemes where things just don't work. It's not, you know what I mean? That's not the right route to do it with. And you got to recycle and go back through all your notes and everything, your research, and really try to figure out a new plan and try to get a new route going. But something that like other businesses failing or something like that, or something that they can do to maybe help further grow their business. I would say be open to everything because like, for instance, for me, I shut down. My company hasn't been open for this whole year so far for 2022. I'm focusing and rebranding towards more of a Web3 based company and more metaverse style. So you have to really see what's going on in the world and how the world is moving because the world goes so quick that you don't want to miss out on something. You know, you really don't because you have to be initiative. You have to innovate and really see like, all right, look at all these other companies. Like, why isn't my product selling as well as these other companies? Look what they're doing, see what other companies are doing and how well they're doing it and see what you can do for your company and whether it's a rebranding, whatever the case may be, you know, by any means, you gotta make sure your business don't fail and don't get ran into the ground. So you have to think of new ways and yeah, be more innovative.
Keep up.
Yeah.
So I like that you said that because I want to ask you about when you know when you got the house and you did like a party. I don't know what'd you call it?
Pop-up party, the last pop-up party I did.
Yeah. Tell us about that.
That was like a big
I think it's
event.
a cool way to just get people involved and like give back.
It definitely is. It definitely is because I don't have a storefront. You know, my business is primarily online, and it's whether I go to a festival or a pop-up or just something like that. So I did a little pop-up shop here in my hometown over here in Jersey. And
what town is that?
Tom's River.
Hey.
So we did a little pop-up over here because this is mainly like it goes back to marketing. You know, this is mainly where a lot of my customers are. So, you know, I'm from New York. I have a lot of customers in New York, but my business is primarily in Jersey. So I decided to throw the event in Jersey instead of New York. The next one, though, little alpha for the day. The next one will be in New York, and it's going to be huge. I got artists lined up already. Like it's going to be off the wall. But Yeah, so at the time I had mainly more customers in Jersey, and I decided to throw a pop-up, come through, free food, free drinks, free games, free music, like just everything free to the people. And then I have my shop, and if you want to support, you can buy a t-shirt. If not, enjoy some food, enjoy a good time. It's that's what it's about. It's about giving back to the customers, giving back to the people, even bringing in new customers and new people that haven't heard of it. A bunch of friends, family, everybody invites, everybody. It's literally a free party, bro. Like, we turn up. It's lit.
It's smart too, because it's like bringing people into your world.
Yeah,
You're
it's another marketing.
giving them value, but now they're
That's
also thinking about live easy.
Exactly, 100%. It's another marketing, and I paid out of pocket for everything. You know what I mean? And I provided all this stuff for free for everybody, and I still made more money that day because of the product I sold that day. So that right there was a perfect marketing plan for me too. I didn't even think it was going to be like that. Like, my whole thought process behind it was just, I want to do something for the people. I want to throw a party for the people. I don't give a fuck what the outcome is. I don't give a fuck if I don't even sell a shirt. I want to do something for the people. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm in a position to, so let me throw a little party. And that's what I did, a little pop-up party. And yeah, outcome is honestly amazing.
I like that. That's smart.
Yep.
All right. All right, let's talk about your content. Like social media, all that kind of shit. Who makes your social media posts? Like, do you collab with anyone, or?
So since I've been closed for right now, I obviously haven't been posting. I've been doing my own posts and stuff like that. But last year I worked with a good company called Wealth Media. One of my boys, Joey, he owns the company, and it's a good company. They primarily, it's a media brand. So like, they help you with your content, make your posts for you. You know what I mean? Whether it's Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, Facebook, like everything, TikTok, whatever the case is. And, they help set up photo shoots, videos,
that's cool,
stuff like that to help build the content and everything. And I worked with them for all of last year, and it was amazing. They did a great job. Obviously, since I'm shut down right now, we both just went our separate ways, but definitely most likely we'll work again in the future, because they're a good company. But pretty much, yeah, right now I've been just creating my own content and really working up towards this relaunch, because it's something that I've been working long nights, long hours on. The gear, just like, I have Photoshop, so I know how to do graphic designs and stuff like that. So I'm just constantly, dude, working all hours of the day. I'll get a couple hours of sleep in and just wake up back at it, redesigning the website and everything like that. And
how'd you make your website?
So I use Shopify for my website.
Okay.
The whole integration system is amazing with Shopify. So I know how to code a little bit. They also actually, they give templates out. Like, it's pretty much like a whole website already out, and you upload your own pictures, your own text and stuff like that. But yeah, I know some coding and stuff like that. So I get creative on my end and add a couple of cool features in there, whether it's like a little spin wheel pop-up thing or something for a little discount for people when they first get onto the website, or whatever the case is. But yeah, Shopify is mainly where I create the company, create the website, and then I do all my work in Photoshop and Adobe Illustrator.
Yeah. So for Shopify, like, how user friendly is it?
Oh, it's very user friendly. It's one of the best systems that I've worked with. I used other companies. I used Squarespace before. I used Wix, GoDaddy.
I use Wix. And I mean, it's like using a PowerPoint or something. You just like drag and drop. Is it similar?
Yeah.
Because what I noticed is
Shopify is basically the same thing also, but I don't know. I like Shopify's system a bit better than, like I just said, I tried Wix, GoDaddy, and Squarespace, and I think Shopify's system is mainly, it's geared better towards the small business and online businesses.
Because I noticed that a lot of people are like intimidated still in 2022. They're still intimidated to like make a website. They don't realize that like it's so easy now. Like I said, it's like you
Oh
drag and drop.
yeah, little drag and drop. That's the best part. Like if you don't know coding and if you don't know how to really code a whole website and break it down and get into the system, these websites, that's what they're here for. Like use them to your advantage. Drag and drop a picture, type in this box what you want and it'll pop up over here. Like they're honestly amazing for anybody trying to start it up, and they're not expensive at all. Like I think for a domain, what's it, like $20 a year or something like that?
Yeah,
Depends
true.
on what the domain is, but
The domain, but then also I know for Wix you need to like pay an additional fee for the actual website or something, like, or like you pay the
so
domain fee and then there's like another fee.
Yeah, I pay my domain fees. I actually buy my domains from a different website, and then I transfer the domain to Shopify to create the website on Shopify.
Mm-hmm. All right,
so
cool.
that'll be that's my new platform.
That's a good little gem right there.
Yeah, definitely is.
Let's see what else am I thinking of? All right, now
you sleep over there.
You know what? Like, because I have these questions listed here, and it's like I have so many in my head I want to ask you. Yeah, what about collaborating? Like, do you collaborate with people? Have you collaborated? Do you want to collaborate with people?
I haven't necessarily did like a real collab with anybody yet. I have collaborations in the works. There's things, I can't give out so much information, but I do have collaborations in the works right now. But doing collabs with people, the reason why I stayed away from it at first was because I have a certain vision for my company, and not everybody shares that same vision. And when I'm working towards something, like I've tried to collab with other companies, and when I'm working on something, I put my all into it. And when that company doesn't match my energy, I can't work with them. Like it's just, that's how I am. That's who I am. I'm just a very fast-paced worker. I want to,
what's that? Too many cooks in the kitchen. Out there. Too many cooks in the kitchen.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. It like I'm by myself, and usually when the other companies that I've tried to collab with in the past, they have like a big team, and it's like everything's got to get ran down, every little single, and it's like I'm ready to go. You know what I mean? Like I'm here. Like
that's a good point. Like
let's create. Like let's get to the point. Like I need to be one-on-one, like with somebody, and really get to work. But I do have collabs in the works, definitely, and I can't wait to bring them to life. It's gonna be something pretty crazy.
All right, you froze up a little bit, but I think we're good right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say you froze a tiny bit too, but we all right.
Yeah, I still got the audio. So all right, yo, what's a myth about your industry, about the clothing industry? Something that you want to debunk.
I don't know, I haven't really thought about that. I mean, first thing that comes to my mind is just like that it's really not necessarily hard to create a clothing company. Like it really isn't. People want to make it seem like it's hard, but it really isn't. Like if you really have a passion for it and you really want to create clothes or create something for the people, whether not even clothes, anything in life, really, it's not that hard. I mean, figure out a plan, write things down, make it tangible, and really just keep working. I mean, it's things cost effective, but don't let money stop you from doing anything. If there's so much money in this world, if you need money, I'm telling you right now, you can go to friends, you can go to family, you can go to the bank, and you'll find, if you're really passionate about it, don't do it in the wrong way. Like don't go to your friends and family like, yo, I need money to start this or start that. Like, no, like talk to them, nicely, and be like, look, I really want to start this company and I need to get a certain amount of funds. If you're willing to chip in or anything like that, I'll definitely, pay you back in the long term or whatever the case is. But
or you can like pre-sale. You could
even like I said before, pre-sales are also good because that's another way that builds funds. Like you could do things like, don't let the money stop you. Because at times, like if you're writing everything down, you're like, oh wow, this is all going to cost a lot. Like I don't have this money, but I can't do this until I save so and so amount of money. Like don't think like that, because there's so much money in this world and there's millions of ways to go get it. And if you want it, if you have a passion for it, you'll find a way.
True. So how much do you think to like start up someone should have? Also, like, do you think it's smart to like have multiple designs? You think someone should just go like straight one design, one color? I don't know. I was always
Um,
curious about like the sizes. How do you know how many of each one to get? Or do you just do like
See,
5 of each or
that
something?
that was like when you asked me for my one of my big failures, like when I
Yeah.
created that one design and I had like 20 of each size, and it's like
Mm,
small to extra large, and it's dude, it's cost effective. It starts to come in where it's like a few hundred for just one size, like 300 just to get
mm,
the small size done. Then you're looking at 320 for the medium because it's a tiny bit bigger of the design, like, and then the prices add up where you're spending almost 1,000 on one design, one colorway. You know what I mean? And it's like
mm,
shit. It's like what? That's just one T-shirt. If that T-shirt doesn't pop, what do you do? You know what I'm saying? It's like now you're 1,000 in the hole. How do you recoup that and make that back?
mm,
So it's definitely hard planning that out. That's why I like doing pre-sales. Even when I relaunch this year, it's mainly going to be pre-sales. But I found a couple of few different manufacturers and companies where you're not going to be waiting a month, 2 months, 3 months for your clothes. Like you're going to put the order in. I know once I get me a nice good list, I could go to my people. They can get the clothes ready for me in like 2 days tops. You know what I mean? And then I'm shipping out the door in like 5 to 7 business days. You know what I'm saying? So that's the kind of pre-sales that I'm working towards right now. At first, you might have to say it'll be a month out or 2 months out, whatever the case is, but don't make the people wait so long. You want to keep the customers happy. Um,
true.
but,
Yeah.
but but yeah, it's hard finding the right sizes and knowing exactly what to buy. My best advice for it would be to start small, and then if you sell out, you sell out, and you have money to reinvest. 2 sizes of each.
Mhm,
One, just a white T-shirt with a black design. It's not going to cost you that much. 2 sizes of each: small, medium, large, extra large,
mhm.
and yeah, see what happens with it. You know what I mean? It's not a crazy overhead cost. The profit wise isn't going to be that crazy, but now it's on the website. People will see it. You could do photo shoots with it. You can get it in front of more eyes, and then that product could start selling more and more. And then you go to your people like, all right, I need so and so amount made now. Boom, and then get them out the door as quickly as possible.
Yeah. All right. Because I know we're running out of time here, but I want to ask, how
Yeah,
did
we're
you
good. We could go. I got a little bit more time. We can do. We good. We're
keep
rocking.
going? All right. Because I noticed that you have a strong community behind your brand.
Yeah.
Like you actually have people buying your shit. I see you repost it, whatever, shout people out. And I'm just curious, like, how did you build it? I know like a lot of them are like friendships or whatever, but like even people I know or myself, it's like you tell your friends and like you don't want to, sometimes it feels weird to like get your friends and family like, oh, buy my
Yeah.
stuff or like support me. You feel like you're kind of like I don't know, like I don't want to come off
Sometimes it
negative.
feels like you're doing too much and stuff
It
like
feels like you're
that. Like
doing
you
too
don't want
much
to.
sometimes, but like I'm curious,
Yeah.
like how did you get so many people involved?
Um. Honestly, just being real. I don't push my product in front of people. Like I don't. I post my product. You know what I mean. I put it out there on the marketplace, but I'm not like annoying in people's faces. Like, oh, buy this, buy this, buy this, buy this. Like, do this, support me, support. I put my product out there, and if people want to support me and fuck with me, they gonna fuck with me. You know what I mean? It's just being real. Like, just I'm always doing giveaways, always shouting people out. Like people, like I know a lot of people also, but not even that. Like, there's just random people. I get orders from all over different countries, and just randomly see my content, and
Sick.
it's it's like, yeah, it's building it and just being real and talking to people. Like someone comments on your post, say something back to them. Like who are you? Like, you know what I mean? Like if you're just a business starting up, like who are you to not even comment back and be like, thanks for your business or whatever? Like shout people out. Like it's not hard to be nice in the world. You know what I'm saying? And people fuck with it.
And,
And
and, and not to
it's
mention it you comment back, they click the post again, they see it again, it's back in their subconscious, they feel better because you acknowledge them, you're giving them that
exactly.
that hit of dopamine,
Exactly, exactly.
It's
You have
so,
to
it goes
understand
so
people. It's
deep.
a psychological thing too, because
Yeah,
you have to understand
exactly.
people and how they operate in the world. Like it's not like, oh, I'm just gonna put this product out there and everybody's gonna buy it, blah blah blah. It's like, no, you gotta really, it has to do with marketing also. You gotta really understand the person that's gonna be buying your product.
Yeah. And like also it's like we're as human beings, we're like so fragile. We comment on something, they don't respond, and you're like, wow, fuck you too then. You know?
Yeah, man, that's how people are. Like, it's even when you comment on bigger companies and stuff like that, or say you comment on, I don't know, let's say you comment on like a Gucci post or whatever, and like you're really big into Gucci and like they like your comment. That
Exactly.
even gives them a little like,
Yeah.
oh shit, like Gucci
Like,
just
damn, they
liked my
actually,
comment. Like, you know what I mean? So it's
yeah.
like, you got to really, it's dope to just be involved in and talk with the people. You know what I mean? What is it? It takes 3 seconds to like something and post a little reply. You know what I'm saying? Like, post it, get it out there, and fucking just talk to people. Be entertaining. You
Yeah,
know, be in
and
people's
we're
faces.
on the, like you said, like we're on there to be entertained.
Exactly,
We're
and
bored.
that's a way to be in people's faces without being in people's faces. Like, it's just you commenting back on something, but now that post gets put back into the feed and gets put back into the algorithm and gets rewired, and now it's going to go into the eyes of other people and going to show up on other people's timelines or
True. Yo,
feeds.
see, I think that's the most underrated point of like replying is that it keeps your post active. Like you said, the
Yeah,
algorithm, like it keeps it going. I
it
truly
keeps it
believe it.
going.
I think it really does.
And no, that 100%. You have to, all these companies, all these websites, social medias, it's all based off of algorithms. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you have to try to learn the algorithm. You're never gonna learn the full algorithm because it's always constantly changing, but you got to learn step by step, like, and the process and the little trends that goes
with it. Yeah.
behind the scenes with it. Yeah.
Sorry, bro. I'm gonna make this one a personal question. What inspired you to do this? Like, when did you decide? Did you always want to like make a clothing company? Is there a certain brand that inspired you? Like,
Um, growing up, I've just always been like on some entrepreneur shit. You know what I mean? Always trying to get some money and figure out how I can make some money. You know, like when I was growing up, I was selling drugs and shit like that, and I just wanted to figure out a way to make money without having to do anything like that. And clothes was something like, my brother was big into music at the time. It's when I was real mad young, like 13, 14. He was big into music. I was getting into the music stage, and you know, clothes and music go hand in hand. Like, people love to rock dope gear, like especially if you rapping and you on stage, people love to rock dope gear. And so like, I always just felt a connection with clothes. You know, I always had some fly shoes and shit growing up, and I guess that's mainly like how it started. Was growing up, my brother was into music and I designed some merch for him. And you know, he had a brand called Vibe Nation at the time or whatever, and so I designed some merch for us.
highly slept on to this day.
Highly slept on. How's it? We gonna rebrand it and bring it back to life one day, don't worry.
I
But
think there's a market.
but yeah, exactly. So yeah, growing up, just I was always into clothes and stuff like that. And then a couple of years ago, I would say maybe like 5 years ago, I was like, I want to start a business. Like, I want to start a company, like a legitimate company, instead of like, I was creating clothes, selling them out of the trunk of my car, just whipping up, pulling up to people's houses, like, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Like, got this, got that. Like, and then it came to the point where I was like, I want to do this legitimate and build a corporation and an actual business and a website and stuff like that. And, you know, hopefully move it to a storefront one day. And yeah, so the inspiration behind it and from it, Live Easy inspiration behind that name is just like, you know, every day we work so hard, you go through struggles, you know, not every day you're going to live and be happy, but life is hard. So find those days and find those times to live easy. You know what I mean? Take a vacation, take a step back from life, take a deep breath, and be grateful for what you've got around you. And yeah, you know, it's pretty much as simple as that. Train your mind, work hard, dream big, live easy. Like that's the slogan. And you know, you can do anything you put your mind to.
Yeah.
You want something bad enough in life, you can go get it. Trust me, you'll find a way.
I like that. All right. Now I want to talk about NFTs.
My God, oh my God, I've been waiting for the question. It's like, this is my pride and joy right now.
So if I say NFTs and it triggers you, anyone in the audience, you could fast forward. Kind of a hot topic right now. Some people are like,
we got the good part out the way, but yeah, this, if anybody doesn't like NFTs, definitely hit the next button.
So I think at this point, most people realize what they are, at least on the surface.
Yeah.
Most people don't recognize the contracts, which everyone should go fucking research that right now. Exit out of this video before you finish it. Research the smart contracts. That's what's going to change the game, not the artwork. The art is just the beginning. But so
NFTs, like, it's pretty much it's non-fungible token. That's what it stands for. It's on the Ethereum blockchain. There's other multiple blockchains, but mainly NFTs are built on the Ethereum blockchain. Yeah, they're not what everybody thinks they are. Like, people, oh, they're so stupid, they're this or that, oh, it's just a JPEG, it's this, just a picture of a ape or a picture of a cat or whatever the case is. But it's really not. Like, there's real community, there's real utility behind these pictures. Like, the amount of greatness, like, for instance, this right here, this is one of my NFTs. That's actually the face of Live Easy right now. This is one of the companies that I'm involved with. They're called Gutter Cat Gang. Mm-hmm. They have 4 different collections: gutter cats, gutter rats, gutter dogs, gutter pigeons. And that community is like such a family. It's such a whole. Like, I've been to New York, I met these people in real life, been to Miami, met these people in real life. Now I created a side company with coffee with this company and this brand, and being able to work with them. And it's truly, NFTs are truly an amazing thing. Like, they can definitely push you and your company to another level in the industry. And
so hold up, wait, 2 questions.
Yeah.
First off, how much did they cost? And then 2, what do you mean you went to go meet them? Because I have a feeling there's more to it than you just went.
So yeah, let me answer the second question first. So how I went to go meet them, this is the utility behind it. Like, if you own this collection, an item from this collection, they offer these things. So, like, in New York, it was completely free. We got to party with the owners of this collection. Mm-hmm. Free food, free drinks. We were just literally partying all night, and it was just them talking about the company too, and showing, really just putting a face to the company, and being able to meet all the other people that are in this collection, and being able to network and communicate. Like, the amount of friends that I met there that I'm working with now and networking with now and stuff like that. Like, it's truly amazing. And then they did another thing in Miami where they're building, like, they have a plot of land in the metaverse, and they're building their own little place in the metaverse. And in Miami, they actually rented out a warehouse and created what the land in the metaverse is going to look like.
Oh, that's
so in real life, we got to go pretty much chill in what the land in the metaverse is going to look like. Their land, their gutterverse, you know what I'm saying? And so it was dope as hell, you know what I mean? They had the Kibble Club. Like, it's definitely something to do your own research and Google them and stuff like that. So the price to get into that collection right now, the cheapest price is around, I believe the floor was like 1.3 Ethereum, which in USD it's around, I'd say, like between $4,000 and $5,000, somewhere between there right now, because ETH is a little bit down. But so yeah, that's about the cheapest that you could buy into this collection, but it comes with so much utility. They're coming out with a video game. They just dropped comics. Like, free to, if you owned a gutter cat, you got a free comic, which is right now the floor on that is a couple $100. So they pretty much just gave you a free couple $100. Like they are always doing free airdrops and stuff like that, and gutter art also, not just this collection, like mainly a lot of the other collections also. This is just one that I'm heavily in right now. That's why I'm using it as an example. But yeah, it's a great community to be in. Like NFTs alone, how they build and how they're trying to be Web3. So like for people who don't know what Web3 is, currently right now we're in Web2. Websites, companies, that's Web2. Web3 is mainly, it's building like everything on the blockchain. It's almost building like a company within the blockchain, and being in this metaverse space, trying to put it in simpler terms, but
yeah.
And just being like, that's why I'm focusing Live Easy towards a Web3 based company, because I'm trying to get my feet wet and get pushed to what the world is eventually going towards, you know? So, so yeah. Did I answer both questions? Yeah, the price and
so tell us about, because I know not every, well, first off, where did you buy it? OpenSea?
So I buy on OpenSea. I use you have to have a wallet. You can have a Coinbase wallet or a MetaMask wallet. I have both of them.
Oh, so you use Coinbase.
Yeah,
but you
I
use Coinbase for OpenSea?
So in Coinbase wallet, there's a browser attached to Coinbase wallet, and you want to go connect to OpenSea. You go to OpenSea.io in your Coinbase wallet browser, and that will bring you to OpenSea. Is one of the main marketplaces for NFTs right now. That's where you can buy, sell, and trade your NFTs. So
it's the
you'll
eBay,
go to OpenSea,
and
so you can go to OpenSea. So say you're in your wallet right now, you go to your browser, you go to OpenSea.io, you're at the search bar, you type in Gutter Cat Gang, you hit that one, and that one will bring you to the gutter cats. This one's a gutter pigeon. So say you want to go to the pigeon gang, you go gutter pigeon gang, and it'll bring you there. It'll show you all the NFTs right there, which ones you could list them from low to high, high to low. It's just a marketplace, you know?
So all right. So
if you want to purchase one though, you have to have Ethereum in your account. So that's to get the Ethereum, mainly you can buy it through your Coinbase wallet if you have Coinbase set up. If not, you'd have to buy it through Coinbase, transfer the Ethereum to your wallet, and then once the money's in your wallet, you can then go back to OpenSea and buy and purchase the NFT, which it does come with a gas fee. A gas fee is something that you don't get back. It's a fee that you pay for the transaction to make sure that behind the scenes on the blockchain, it's going correctly. And right now, gas could be high, it could be low. I've seen gas go all the way up to $5,000. Gas as little as $20, you know? So it's be weary of the gas and purchase it when gas is low, definitely. So you're not spending extra on the NFT that you're purchasing. But yeah, pretty much in a nutshell, that's mainly what you would do to buy or purchase an NFT.
All right, so I want to get into a little bit of the coffee brand that you started, and then also just the fact of like, all right, so you bought that NFT, so now you can use that character, the one that you own.
Yeah, so that's another utility that comes with the company when you're buying an NFT. Not every collection offers that though. You have to, you know, you have to ask the owners, you have to ask them, but
it's a part of
this collection, they
contract.
give you IP rights, commercial rights. Yeah, exactly. So you own the commercial rights to this NFT. So this picture right here is what I own. I own that. I made that the face of Live Easy now. So that gives me, I can do whatever I want with it. So me, my buddy Gof, and his pops, we created a coffee company. Like we always have a love of coffee. You know, every morning I wake up, I'm sitting there with my espresso. I roll up a nice backwood. I got my espresso and shit. You know what I mean? That's what I did. That's my morning routine right there. Backwood and espresso. And we all decided to just create a coffee company. And since we own the IP rights to these to this NFT, we figured why not gear it towards Web3 and make it called, so we created the name called Gutter Mud. And, you know, gutter mud is coffee, gutter mud coffee. And it's freshly roasted coffee. Most of it is organic. Certain flavors are organic. And yeah, you can go shop now at guttermud.com and you can buy up some coffee. We got espressos, we got hazelnut, French vanillas, all different kinds.
How much is it? We want to know the price.
No, it's not that expensive. I think this espresso right now, the Live Easy one, it's called Early Bird. This one I think is $19 for 12 ounces. So you get 12-ounce whole beans. It's $19. You know,
wait, does it come ground up already?
No, it's not grounded up already. You would have to have a grinder, and an actual coffee machine. But yeah, so actually what's pretty dope about this is, so Gutter Gang, they're doing an event in LA, and they do like swag bags. So like the first 100 people that go, you know, you get a free bag and it's filled with a bunch of stuff. And we actually linked a deal and we got everybody, the first 100 people, a free bag of coffee.
Oh, it's dope. So what, that's gonna go in the bag?
Yeah, that bag of coffee is gonna go in each bag for the first 100 people. So that's dope, you know. And yeah, so it's not that expensive. So it's pretty much like what you would buy in like regular stores and stuff. And yeah, it's definitely a dope business and experience alone, like bagging up the coffee and everything. Like it's amazing, you know.
Bagging it up.
Really great. The smell is, oh my God, the smell is amazing.
Throw it in the bag.
Yeah, bags. Throw it in the bag. That's funny.
Wait, so does Gutter Gang, do they have like a Discord or anything?
Yeah, they have a Discord. You can go to their Twitter, their website, guttercatgang.com.
I want to know more about the community. So like, for instance, like you're starting your own brand. I'm sure there's other people that are using the IP from the ones that they bought.
Oh yeah, actually, yeah, I got to shout out Gutter Bars because they're a CBD based company. They're coming out with disposable CBD pens. So that is fire as hell. It's called Gutter Bars. It's going to have also more NFTs, you know, ones that they own and other people's that they've worked with and stuff like that, featuring on the bags and on the product.
You know, that's a good point. I never really thought of that. Like, for instance, so you can lend them your character to put on a.
Yeah, essentially, yeah. So we have two flavors right now. We have one with one of the co-owners of the Gutter Cat Gang called Morning Mamba.
Smart.
And that's an espresso blend. And he has a cat wearing a Kobe jersey. And so we called it Morning Mamba, you know, and he allowed us to use that picture. And some of the proceeds we're going to give to charity from that. And also another member of the gang called Crazy Carl. He has a huge collective behind him, and he allowed us to use his cat as well. And so a portion of the proceeds you're going to go to a charity of his choice as well. So that's kind of what we're trying to do right now. If we do bring anybody in, we're trying to build charity funds and trying to give back to the people as well.
That's smart. I like that. Yeah. It's cool though how you guys can like all collab. So wait, do you own more than one?
Yeah, I own, what do I got right now? I got 4 right now. I got 2 pigeons, a dog, and a cat.
So what, you only own Gutter Gang, or?
No, I own a bunch of other collections. Yeah. But I'm heavily into the Gutter Gang. I own 2 pigeons and a dog by myself, and then I own a cat with 2 of my friends. We're creating a DAO with the cat. It's called a decentralized autonomous organization, and primarily it's like a company that for investing. So you'll put the cat into the DAO, and then now that cat is worth around like $20,000 right now. So that cat will be, you know, put in the DAO, and we transfer funds into it, and we buy more NFTs, and you build up the DAO, and you can get outside investors and bring them in and create more money to purchase more NFTs, you know, buy low, sell high, make some money. And and we all eat. So we decided to create that DAO with the cat for that one, and then the 2 pigeons that I own and the dog, we put on the coffee bags. And my buddy, he owns some dogs, some rats, and some pigeons, and we decided to roll with all of it and put them all in the coffee.
I like that. So when you do the pop-up party, you gonna be giving out samples? What's the deal, bro?
You already know that we're gonna have coffee. Next pop-up is gonna be wild. Free food, free drinks, everything, free coffee. Just come through. Like, it's gonna be crazy. I got some artists in play to perform. I'm trying to get a couple different games locked in. It's gonna be dope. It's really gonna be pretty lit.
Word. You know that the first hit of crack is always free.
Yeah. Facts.
So, all right, man. I think we're like pretty much wrapping it up. I'm gonna just ask you like 1 or 2 more things.
Yeah.
You said you want to try to like move into the metaverse, or start playing into the metaverse more.
Yeah.
In what terms? Like, what are you thinking? What type of ideas do you have?
I want to essentially, so for Live Easy primarily, I'm going to be creating an NFT for Live Easy, some type of cool character. Like, I'm not going to give out too much information yet, but it's going to be.
So you want to create your own characters, type of similar to this?
It's going to be some similar, not to their characters per se, but just like an
but
NFT,
like,
like a random
character,
like whatever it is. Something that you could use in the metaverse and be able to, walk around. Like, if you own that picture, you'll be able to use him in the metaverse or whatever it is. Yeah. And I
think that's what brands have to do.
Yeah, exactly. And so essentially, so I'll be creating an NFT at some point. Also wearable NFTs, where you purchase the t-shirt on the website, you will get the physical copy of the t-shirt. Also, you'll get a digital NFT version of the t-shirt that you could wear in the metaverse as well, where you could be any NFT that you own, and you could say, oh, I want to throw on my Live Easy shirt today. Yeah. You throw on the Live Easy shirt, and now you're walking around the metaverse with your Live Easy shirt on.
Like your Bitmoji or whatever it's called.
Pretty much something similar to like a little emoji, little character avatar type of thing. Yeah.
So I want to ask you about like podcasts, books, influencers, things that you've been learning from that you could suggest to other people, whether it's about the clothing company, NFTs, or just like life in general.
Yeah, definitely. First, one book that I throw out there is Think and Grow Rich. Like, that's my favorite book in the world right now. Like, I've read that book more than 30 times from front to back. I've listened to the book, the audio book of it, more than like 50 times. Like, that book is an amazing book. And it's just an amazing book. It'll definitely teach you a lot about life, a lot about business, and a lot about friendship, relationships, and stuff like that. So I definitely will say read that book if you can, if you want. And other influencers and stuff like that. Obviously, Gary V. A lot of people know Gary V. Gary Vaynerchuk. He's someone big that. Yeah, you got to. He's
part of the reason why I'm doing this right now.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Literally, part of the reason why I started Live Easy.
Yeah.
Like,
it's like we would have this conversation anyway. Why not put it out to the world?
Exactly. 100%. Because somebody will get some type of information from this that they could rock with, they could run with, and you never know what they'll create. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's being in front of people's eyes more, and
exactly,
so he's definitely someone big. It's tough. Like, on Twitter, I follow a bunch of different accounts, like, especially in the NFT space, not alone in the NFT space, clothing space as well. But another, like, for clothing reasons, Nikki Diamonds was a big influence on my life and on my business. Reading on him and how he created his company and stuff like that. He has, the Diamond Supply Company.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. And so, if you're a skater, not even that, if you're a skater growing up, like, you definitely rocked his shit. Like, if you're big into music growing up, Wiz and stuff like that, like, he was definitely rocking his shit. And like, he fucking I got a lot of inspiration I pulled from him. He came out with a book a couple years back. I read that book. He put out a lot of videos, always putting out good content and stuff. So, learning from people that are in the same industry as you is really what you primarily want to do, because you don't want to be in a coffee business and be learning about tea. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to be in a clothing business and be learning about cars. Learn the thing that you have passion about. Learn, what you want to really do in your life, and stick with it. And yeah, just keep on learning every couple more hours. Don't always go out with your friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's times where I cancel plans and shit just to chill in the crib, fucking work, smoke and work. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I like to do. I like to work, and you build a brand, you build a corporation, and down the line, eventually your vision, it'll all start to plan out the way you really truthfully want it to.
All right. Last thing I'm gonna ask you is, do you have a team behind you? Like, have you built a team? Is there anyone helping you, or are you doing this solo? Any advice on how to like get other people to get involved?
My friends are my team, you know what I mean? Like, I keep my circle small. I don't really like to outsource many things, especially for my company. Mainly I do everything, Photoshop, graphic design wise and stuff like that. But like, I definitely have a little like street team, me and my homies, me and my friends. We all, they're definitely down to ride, they're my day one homies. And I would say build your team with your homies. Like, if you, obviously I have other people out that I outsource with, that I work with and network with, that aren't as close with my homies, but excuse me.
Gotta hydrate, bro.
That last hit, it was that last hit that got me. But yeah, so there's other people that I work with and network with, but mainly I like to keep it inside and in-house with my friends. I eat, they eat. Like, that's how I like to keep it, because that's they family. They really not friends, you know what I'm saying? Like, they family, and they ride with it, they work with me, and there's times where I don't always have money to pay them, but I'll get them back at another point, or whatever the case is. And like, that's what's good about them. And I would say build your team. Definitely, if you have to outsource for graphic design or whatever the case may be in your specific region that you're working with, outsource if need be. But keep it in-house, keep it with people you trust and people that you could definitely work with in the future. And never burn a bridge. Always keep a door open. And yeah, that's really that's the best advice I got.
That's good. It's good stuff. All right, so I guess to wrap it up, where can people find you?
So
Live easy.
yeah,
Like,
social
do you
medias.
do you have another social media for the coffee? For Gutter Mud?
Yeah, so I'll put all my social medias out there. So Live Easy, you can go, it's LVEESY apparel. That's on Twitter, that's on Instagram at Live Easy Apparel, Facebook, Live Easy Apparel, Twitter, my personal Twitter, you can find me at Joseph J Manzo, Instagram, same thing, Joseph J Manzo, and Gutter Mud, you can find it at Gutter Mud, GUTTERMUD, on Instagram and Twitter. Mainly, I got a bigger following on Twitter right now, especially with the NFT community, and we really rocking. So definitely give me a follow. Shop it up. Live Easy Apparel will be dropping soon. We will be relaunching soon. So definitely, follow us. Stay in tune for that. And you can definitely shop right now at Gutter Mud. Go get you some coffee. Guttermud.com. And yeah.
Word.
That's all. That's the wrap.
All right, dope. All right, man. For the first episode, I don't think this was too bad.
Nah, this is an amazing first episode. And, I wish you the best of luck with your podcast and everything you got going too, my guy.
Thanks, bro. I think this is just this part one. We're going to have to get you back on.
Oh, definitely. I'll hopefully be back. Let's try to do the next one in person or something.
Yeah, I'm also not waking up this fucking early, bro.
Hey, dude, I like to work early. I'm sorry. You know me, dog.
I know you. What'd you tell me at first? Like 7 a.m. or 6 a.m. or some shit?
Yeah, I've been up since 4 a.m. today. It's a Sunday. It's a Sunday. I'm up at 4 a.m. That's
why I'm going to sleep. But all right,
backwards and espresso keeps me going, baby.
All
right, my guy, take it easy. All right, live easy, baby.
I want to say thanks, and everyone go follow him, check him out.
And follow my boy too.
Hey, you already know it. All right, this your man A1, my homie Joey from Live Easy. Lessons
Easy,
learned,
baby.
episode 1.
You already know it. You know the vibes. I'll catch y'all later. I'll catch you on the next one, my guy.
All right, man. Peace.
All right. Have a good one.